Hey folks, for those of you who may have not seen some of my past videos or updates on Mom, our family has some very sad news. She did pass away just this last July 22nd in the afternoon, 2021. And I just wanted to bring you all up to date. I may be doing some videos on what we did to care for Mom in the home. It was my brother and I became 24/7 essentially caregivers in 2019 after our dad had passed away unexpectedly. For the past, 2.5 years full-time in the house without Dad, our mom mostly dealt with dementia. Now, we were fortunate in that she knew who we were right up to the end. The other part that will seem odd, I guess, other people who have been through this will completely understand the mixed blessing that when she transitioned to what's referred to as the actual dying stage, it was not, fortunately for her, a long and drawn-out process. Still not easy to talk about. What I'm hoping is that one of the things I want to recommend for people who are in this situation, who are caring for a loved one, I'll put the link in the description below, is there is a book called Gone From My Sight. It is by a registered nurse, Barbara Carnes, and it talks about the stages of the dying process. Now, no one can tell you how fast someone will go from one stage to the next, what parts of each stage they will occupy, how many points from stage 1 to stage 2, but I will say this book was extremely accurate, very helpful, because in the dying process there can be some scary things, traumatic things that you may not be prepared for, but it's part of the process. When she transitioned from her regular medical care to hospice care, one of the focuses that the direction that we changed to is about pain and comfort management. And I'll be honest, there's some very hard choices that we had to face and make. But those choices were for Mom's comfort, because she had reached the point where trying to maintain her existence, quite honestly, would have been uncomfortable for her, painful, agonizing. I'm not sure if those are the right terms, but the only way I can explain it is that once her body said, I'm done, I'm preparing to go and finish my journey, anything that we would have done to try and prevent that would have creates a conflict between the mind and the body. The messages get mixed, and I know I'm not explaining it as well as I could. And again, I would really encourage you to look up Barbara Carnes, Gone From My Sight, again, if you're in this situation. The link will be in the description below. But essentially what happened for us is our dad, who had some issues of his own, passed away unexpectedly in January of 2019 from massive cardiac arrest. He was our mom's primary giver, in that he was here 24/7. My brother and I were supporting him as the primary caregiver. Now, in July of 2018, our roles for helping Dad and Mom significantly increased because Dad was diagnosed with a non-cancerous brain tumor. The short version is he had to have surgery. I apologize. I have a issue with a tear duct here. He had to have the tumor removed. However, the damage had already been done. The best the surgery could do was to remove the tumor, but essentially it created some problems for Dad in his ability to process. His time orientation was really, really mixed up. And at that point, my brother and I, we changed, my brother's schedule changed a little bit more than mine, but essentially our schedule became this. I worked third shift, Sunday night through Thursday night, Friday morning. So my shift would be to come over in the mornings to help with breakfast, to make sure Mom and Dad got their pills, help Mom with her medications, because this, at this time she had already been diagnosed with dementia. She had already had a massive heart attack and surgery in 2014. We knew that. We know she had had some silent heart attacks before that, so she definitely had some issues. And to be honest with you, Dad's health at the time before that was pretty good. I mean, we weren't expecting what was going to happen that did. So anyway, back to my schedule. I would come over in the morning, do breakfast, spend a little time here, go to my house, do a couple things, come back at noontime, do lunch, medications, and then I would go to sleep for work for third shift. My brother would do supper and the late night 8 o'clock meds. Friday morning, my brother, he worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday full time. So I managed those 3 days because he had to go, he had to go into work and he couldn't do the night stuff, which I completely understand. He was working some long hours. So my shift Friday mornings, I'd come home Friday morning and I would help Mom and Dad from Friday morning till I think Sunday noontime. And that was our schedule for, from July of 2018 till January of 2019. Now when Dad passed, our Mom looked at us and said, "You're going to put me in a nursing home." And my brother and I, we talked. Sorry, getting a little emotional here. We couldn't do that. Don't know how we did it, but I quit my job. My niece rents my house, so that pays essentially my bills. That's it. My brother quit his full-time job, instead of full-time, worked part-time, because I had the ability, at least because my house was paid off, to literally move in with Mom. I lived in the house, but he would come over, cover my showers during the week, give me an hour or so break, and then from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, he covered those days there, because and it was just the way the schedule worked out. So from that time, Mom, we know, experienced about a year later a stroke. Her bladder stopped working. We worked with her for some time with the nurses and doing lots of different things to get that straightened out. So the stroke was in August of, I think, 2020. She was very fortunate in that the stroke was very mild. She lost some use of her right leg and the bladder issue, which was at some point later she gained most, if not all, of that back. But essentially the change that we saw in Mom, we were able to take over her diet, monitor her meds, really in depth. For the first few months after Dad died, she was pretty zoned out. I mean, she would sit on the edge of the bed for hours and stare at the wall, and we didn't know what, if anything, she was going to come out of it. Now, after a few months, because we went through the process of her forgetting that Dad passed, and she often would ask, where's Jimmy? That's our dad's name, of course. So after a few months, my brother and I had really started educating ourselves on her diet, her food, her diabetes. I don't want to keep the video too long. I'll get into more detail, with other videos on what we did for the diabetes, the dementia, and all the things going on, and what we did to keep her safe around the house. There was a lot that we did. So from January 2019 till the time she passed in July 22nd of this year, the first few months she was dipped down, then she started to come up. And I would say, we had the ups and downs from that time until, say, June of this year, May or June. We noticed a little bit of swelling on the ankles. We consulted the doctor, and it was pretty much a given that she probably had one or more silent heart attacks again, which, people say, well, what's a silent heart attack? Essentially, you don't know that you've had it. But the problem is it damages the heart. We also started noticing little snippets of slurred speech, which indicated she had had some very minor strokes. Now, at that point, each of my brother and I, we had some support. We were taking our vacations, but Mom was being monitored. My sister was here. When my brother was on vacation, my sister and I were monitoring Mom. And when I was on vacation, my brother and my sister, she was not alone. I don't want anybody to think that we just sort of left her, in the major crisis. So what happened is, when I was on vacation, my brother called me. He had spoken with the doctor, and the doctor highly recommended hospice care. And we had just made plans early in June, say, hey, we're going to look at a 3 or 5 year plan for taking care of Mom, and also for us, getting a little more support to take some time off for ourselves. Because, for the past 2.5 years, we really haven't had, really time for us. Again, we were more than happy to keep Mom in home. That was her wish. That was our dad's wish. She never wanted to go into a nursing home, and we were able to do that. So to wrap this up, I know the video's been a little bit long. The first week of July, we met with hospice. And just to give you an idea just how rapid the changes were, at first we were talking to them about maybe in 6 months they were going to assess her situation. Let's look at ordering some different things to help her out, to monitor her. And things literally happened so fast. The decline was so fast that she started having trouble pressing a first alert button, couldn't quite get to it. So we tried to order an easier one. Within a week, we get that, and she can't even press the button anymore. And then I think in less than another week, we had to help her transfer a foot from the sofa to a wheelchair. We needed 2 people to do that. But in short, from the beginning of July to the 22nd, the decline was very fast, very rapid. I want to say hospice care people were beyond amazing. Again, Barbara Carn's book on from my site, just incredibly helpful. So now my brother and I, with our channels, we're kind of reassessing where we're at. It's strange because, Mom is gone. And, we had given up so much, again, very willingly, to keep her at home. That's what she wanted, is what Dad wanted. So, not sure what we're doing at this point. I've gone back to work. My brother's going to pick up some more hours. I'm in Mom's house. At some point, I'm going to take you on a little bit of tour to show you some of the things we did to care for Mom, because my goal is I'd like to do some videos to share with all of you who are contemplating or in maybe near in the situation we're in, what can be done to help someone in the home. We're not looking for, a pat on the back, no sympathy. But my goal really is to do some blogs about what we did. You can check out my site, Your Digital Writer. I'll have the link for that below as well. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up here, folks. I just thought you might like to know where we're at. I'm sorry the video quality isn't the best. I'm kind of doing this in a makeshift, situation, not the best lighting. And I'm probably not going to even edit this. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. I know it's a long video. But again, so for all my subscribers that are out there, thanks for being patient and, watching the videos I have. And things are probably going to be changing on my YouTube channel as far as where I'm going to go with things. I'll still do the bus build, but I'd like to do some more on what we did to help Mom, what we saw for changes, and how that might help others. So again, I'm going to wrap this up right here because I think I've probably gone a little bit long.